Have you ever felt weighed down by the intensity of emotional attachment? Like you're caught in a loop you can't escape? You're not the only one. Many people wrestle with the difficulty of moving on, feeling stuck and helpless in their emotions. The good news? Change is not only achievable, but entirely within your control. Drawing on the timeless teachings of ancient Stoic thinkers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, this video presents 11 practical Stoic principles to help you emotionally distance yourself from someone. What makes detachment such a powerful force for change? Seneca wisely said, "He who is brave is free." Detachment isn't about being distant or unfeeling. It's about uncovering strength and clarity within yourself. This video dives into timeless Stoic teachings that show the path to emotional freedom. By incorporating these habits into your daily routine, you'll find practical ways to ease emotional attachments and picture letting go of the mental chains that hold you back and embracing clarity and purpose. Stoicism will teach you to handle emotions with resilience and wisdom. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." These principles will help you value inner peace above external chaos. Are you ready to break free from emotional ties and unlock personal growth? This video will walk you through 10 Stoic habits to help you detach emotionally and thrive. Let's start with an important question. What matters most in life, if not the peace of our own minds? Together, we'll explore these principles that lead to a free and grounded Stoic mindset. If you found this video valuable, consider subscribing to join our community for more thought-provoking content. We'd also love to hear your perspective, so feel free to leave a comment. Not sure what to say? Simply type, "Mental freedom starts now." Let's take the first step on this path to emotional liberation. 1. Embracing the power of detachment. Have you ever felt like your emotions are being controlled by someone else, as if they hold the strings? Do you wonder how much of your peace you've handed over because of attachments? That's where the strength of detachment comes in. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It means choosing a life where your happiness and inner peace aren't dictated by outside circumstances. Why is detachment so impactful? Epictetus reminds us, "We suffer not from events, but from our judgment of them." Detachment helps you reclaim your power, recognizing that while you can't control what happens, you can always control how you respond. When we hold on too tightly to people or outcomes, they begin to control us. It's like giving someone else the remote control to your emotions, letting them switch channels as they please. Detachment is about taking back that remote and deciding for yourself how to feel. Imagine your emotions as a kite, each string tied to something or someone that influences you. When you hold on to too many strings or cling to one too tightly, you're left at the mercy of the wind. Stoicism teaches us to release our grip. While we can't control the wind, we can decide which strings to keep. 2. The nature of attachment. Why do we hold on so tightly to certain people or situations, even when it hurts us? What drives this behavior, and how can we find freedom from it? Gaining clarity on attachment is a vital step toward emotional detachment. Let's examine this idea with guidance from Stoic philosophy. Attachment originates in the ego. Epictetus aptly said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This reflects the root of attachment, the desires and needs we cling to. When we attach ourselves to someone or something, it's often our ego seeking validation, security, or identity from outside sources. Consider a newborn baby, filled with joy and untainted by ego. Over time, as we grow, The ego takes control, attaching itself to people, possessions, and ideas. These attachments distract us from our true nature, which is grounded in love and self-contentment. Have you ever felt your happiness depended on another's presence or approval? This is a sign of ego-driven attachment. The first step to letting go is recognizing these attachments as products of the ego's quest for validation and safety. 3. Breaking free from the illusion of control. Have you ever felt like your happiness hinges on someone else's actions or approval, or believed that if you tried hard enough, you could control the outcomes of your relationships and emotions? This is the illusion of control, a common trap that prevents emotional detachment and personal freedom. Our ego often convinces us that we have power over external events and other people's reactions. This false belief causes us to overvalue how others see us, leading to emotional dependence and attachment. Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This Stoic teaching reminds us that while we can't control what happens around us, we can control how we respond. When we hold on to the illusion of control, we may idolize others, tying our self-worth to their approval. This distorted view makes us see them as superior or possessing something unattainable. But when we let go of these illusions, we realize that everyone is equally human and flawed. No one is inherently more deserving or worthy than anyone else. To let go of this illusion, recognize that much of what we think we control is beyond our influence. This understanding can be freeing. Accept that we can't control others' actions or emotions. Instead, focus on what you can control: your own thoughts, reactions, and personal growth. By turning your attention inward, you cultivate self-confidence and resilience. Instead of relying on others for validation, practice affirming your own worth. Regularly remind yourself of your unique strengths and qualities, knowing that your value is not defined by how others perceive you. This aligns with Marcus Aurelius's Stoic wisdom. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Adopting an abundance mindset is another powerful approach. Recognize that the universe is vast and full of opportunities for love, success, and happiness. When you let go of the fear of losing one specific person or outcome, you create space for new possibilities to emerge. In relationships, this understanding allows you to love with freedom, unburdened by desperate attachment. It empowers you to appreciate connections without compromising your self-worth or independence. Remember, emotional detachment isn't about becoming indifferent. It's about understanding that you are already whole, regardless of anyone else's presence. By embracing Stoic principles, you build emotional strength that helps you face life's challenges with grace and composure. Let go of the illusion of control and embrace the truth. True power lies within your own mind. Applying detachment in daily life. Have you ever found yourself unable to let go of past experiences or relationships, clinging tightly and wondering what might happen if you finally released them? It's a situation many of us face, holding on so tightly that it causes pain, yet feeling too scared to let go. But what if letting go opened the door to something even better? Let's explore how to practice detachment through the lens of Stoic philosophy. Epictetus reminds us, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. This wisdom applies to emotional attachment too. Are you ready to let go of the past and make space for new opportunities? Imagine gripping a rope so tightly that your hands start to hurt. You're afraid to release it because you don't know what will happen. But sometimes letting go isn't about falling. It's about freeing your hands to reach for something greater. I learned this lesson when I held on to a comfortable relationship because it felt safe. In doing so, I unknowingly closed the door on new possibilities for happiness. How many times have you done the same, holding on out of fear of the unknown? Here's a reality check. The fear of missing out, FOMO, is nothing but a trap. It's like watching everyone else's carefully curated highlight reel on social media and believing you're missing out on life. But remember, those images are filtered and staged to showcase perfection. When I stopped scrolling through others' lives and started living my own, FOMO lost its hold over me. Do you find yourself comparing your life to others? It's time to break that cycle. Not knowing every detail of someone else's life doesn't mean you're missing out. It means you're fully present in your own. Focus on creating memories that are uniquely yours. The attachment to an illusion of happiness can make letting go feel impossible. Seeing others' perfect lives might make you feel left behind. But remember, the grass only looks greener from a distance. Up close, it has its flaws. Chasing this illusion is like running on a treadmill, trying to catch a mirage. No matter how fast you go, you'll never reach it because it's not real. Detachment isn't about giving up happiness. It's about redefining happiness on your own terms. To emotionally detach, embrace the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control: your thoughts, your actions, and your growth. It's liberating to realize that no one's opinion, no past relationship, and no glossy social media life can define your worth or happiness. This mindset becomes your strength, allowing you to let go of unnecessary attachments and live fully. You'll be free to embrace life's unpredictability and discover genuine, fulfilling connections waiting for you. Letting go isn't an ending, it's a courageous step toward the life you truly deserve. 5. Discovering the path to true happiness. Have you ever felt like happiness is always just out of reach, tied to how others act or external events? What if the secret to lasting joy is already within you, untouched by anyone else's influence? In this section, we'll explore how the Stoic philosophy of emotional detachment can lead to deeper and more enduring happiness. What gives life true value? Answering this question can guide you away from unnecessary attachments and toward emotional freedom. Epictetus wisely said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This powerful truth shifts our focus inward, showing us that our worth and happiness come from within, not from external validation. This idea is especially important when you're working to detach from someone. Detachment isn't about cutting ties with resentment or indifference. It's about recognizing that the deepest and most enduring companionship you'll ever have is the one with yourself. True value lies in your character, wisdom, and the way you treat others. Yet how often do we believe our happiness depends on someone else? That our self-worth rises or falls based on their approval or neglect? This way of thinking binds us, handing over our potential to someone else's control. Imagine a bird believing it needs permission to fly. It limits its own freedom. But when it realizes the sky has always been open, it discovers the true power of self-reliance. In the same way, detachment liberates us, reminding us that our value doesn't change with others' opinions or presence. Detachment isn't about distancing yourself from others, it's about getting closer to who you truly are. By focusing on self-improvement and personal growth, we free ourselves from the weight of dependency. Think of it like nurturing a garden. You don't plead with a single flower to grow. You care for the soil, water the plants, and trust in nature. By investing in yourself, you create a thriving garden that flourishes regardless of who walks through it or appreciates its beauty. This approach to self-care becomes a wellspring of happiness that is independent, resilient, and deeply satisfying. How do we begin this journey of detachment? It starts with recognizing that you are whole as you are, without needing anyone else's approval. It's about discovering the vast sky of your own potential and embracing the freedom of being content alone when necessary. Take inspiration from Stoicism. Focus on what you can control, your mindset, your choices, and your growth. This isn't about closing yourself off to love or connection. It's about anchoring your emotional security within yourself. Remember, your worth isn't a puzzle missing a piece. It's a masterpiece in progress, complete in itself, yet open to being enriched by the world around it. 6. Live fully in the present moment. Do you find yourself stuck in memories of the past or worrying about the future? Embracing the present moment is a transformative way to emotionally detach and discover inner peace. This practice, deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, invites us to live fully in the now, appreciating what's here and now instead of being consumed by what's gone or what may come. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher, said, "Confine yourself to the present." This timeless wisdom emphasizes the importance of focusing on the current moment. Dwelling on the past often means reliving pain or holding on to something that no longer exists. Worrying about the future creates unnecessary stress over events that may never happen. Both habits rob you of the beauty of the present. Mindfulness is a powerful tool to help you stay grounded in the moment. It means paying attention to your current experience without judgment. Whether it's savoring a meal, taking a walk, or chatting with a friend, immerse yourself in the details, the flavors, the textures underfoot, the tones in their voice. This practice anchors you in the now, freeing you from attachments to the past or future. Mindful activities can greatly improve your ability to stay present. Meditation trains your mind to focus on the current moment, and simple breathing exercises can quickly bring your attention back to the here and now. Set aside just a few minutes each day for these practices, and over time, you'll find yourself less preoccupied with the past or anxious about the future. Living in the moment also means appreciating what's around you right now. Cultivate gratitude for the small, everyday pleasures in your life. By shifting your focus from what you lack to what you already have, you can transform your outlook and lighten the emotional burdens of attachment. By practicing mindfulness and embracing the present, you create a foundation of emotional stability and clarity. This perspective helps you face challenges with a calm, focused mind, enabling you to experience life with greater joy and fulfillment. 7. Shift your perspective. Reframing your thoughts is a powerful way to cultivate emotional detachment. It involves altering how you perceive and interpret situations, freeing you from negative thought cycles and emotional dependence. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." By changing your mindset, you can transform your emotional state and overall outlook on life. Start by identifying the negative beliefs that keep you stuck, such as, "I can't live without this person. I'll never find someone else. My happiness depends on them." These thoughts foster dependency and a sense of helplessness. Recognizing these patterns is the first step to breaking free. Once identified, challenge these thoughts by asking yourself, "Is this belief absolutely true? What evidence do I have to support or contradict it?" You'll often discover that these negative thoughts are exaggerated or baseless. Recognizing this can loosen their hold on your emotions. 8. The importance of healthy boundaries. Do you often struggle to say no or feel uneasy setting limits with others? Healthy boundaries are vital for emotional detachment. They protect your well-being and allow you to maintain control over your emotional space. Determine what behaviors you're comfortable with and what you're not, and communicate these boundaries clearly. By respecting your limits, you affirm your self-worth and minimize reliance on others for approval or happiness. Boundaries draw the line between your emotions and someone else's. They help you avoid emotional entanglement and encourage autonomy. For instance, if someone's behavior is overwhelming you, express your need for space or a change in dynamic firmly but calmly. Setting boundaries isn't about rejecting others. It's about safeguarding your mental and emotional balance. Think of boundaries as an act of self-respect. They demonstrate that you value yourself and prioritize your needs. Over time, consistent boundary setting leads to healthier relationships grounded in mutual respect. By establishing and maintaining boundaries, you create a secure, emotional environment where you can thrive. This focus on self-care empowers you to grow, fostering a stronger sense of self and improving your overall well-being. 9. Make time for self-care. When did you last do something purely for yourself? Prioritizing self-care is a crucial step toward emotional detachment and building a strong, independent mindset. As Seneca said, "A sound mind in a sound body is a short but full description of a happy state in this world." Self-care means dedicating time to activities that nurture your body, mind, and soul. Here are some ways to start. Physical health. Engage in regular exercise to improve your physical fitness and release mood-boosting endorphins. Activities like yoga, running, or brisk walking can leave you feeling energized and centered. Mental clarity. Incorporate mindfulness and meditation into your routine to calm your mind, reduce stress, and build emotional resilience. Creative outlets. Engage in hobbies and passions that bring you joy, such as painting, writing, gardening, or playing an instrument. These activities offer a sense of fulfillment and help redirect your focus from external dependencies to internal satisfaction. And quality connections. Spend time with loved ones who uplift and support you. Being surrounded by positive influences reinforces your self-worth and strengthens your sense of belonging. Self-care is about cultivating a balanced lifestyle that nurtures your overall well-being. When you care for yourself, you build a strong foundation that allows you to detach emotionally, not out of indifference, but from a place of inner strength and confidence. Prioritizing self-care empowers you to reclaim your autonomy and independence. It reduces your reliance on others for validation or happiness as you begin to find fulfillment within yourself. This practice is an essential step toward creating a fulfilling and self-sufficient life. 10. Cultivate gratitude. Have you ever noticed that focusing on what you lack only deepens your attachment to what you don't have? Practicing gratitude can help you shift this mindset, making it easier to emotionally detach. By acknowledging and valuing the positives in your life, you foster a sense of abundance rather than scarcity. Gratitude allows you to see the value in what you already have, reducing the feeling of needing something that's missing. Try writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day. These could be simple joys, like a sunny morning, the kindness of a friend, or a delicious meal. This practice redirects your attention from absence to presence, highlighting what is already fulfilling in your life. Epicurus wisely said, "Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for." This perspective encourages us to cherish the blessings we currently enjoy instead of longing for what we lack. Here's how gratitude supports emotional detachment. Perspective shift. Gratitude nurtures a mindset of abundance, making it easier to let go of attachments to people or things that no longer serve your well-being. Emotional resilience. Gratitude enhances your ability to navigate challenges by reminding you of your inner strength and the support system already in place. This reduces the fear of loss and builds confidence in your capacity to cope. Contentment. Shifting your focus to the positives in your life fosters a sense of peace and satisfaction. This lessens the emotional intensity tied to external dependencies and helps you feel more grounded. Gratitude is a powerful practice for emotional freedom. By making it a habit, you create space for a more peaceful and content life. It helps you release unnecessary attachments, live in the present, and recognize the abundance that surrounds you. Emotional detachment isn't about shutting yourself off. It's about reclaiming your power, gaining clarity, and prioritizing your inner peace. The wisdom of Stoicism offers valuable tools to achieve this balance. 11. Accept impermanence. One of the most freeing realizations in life is understanding that everything is temporary. Accepting impermanence helps us release the need to cling to people, situations, or outcomes. This doesn't mean you care less. It means you appreciate what's in front of you while it lasts and let go when it's time. Think about the changing seasons. We don't mourn the passing of summer because we know autumn brings its own beauty. Life is the same. Every moment, person, or phase has its purpose, and trying to hold on too tightly can rob you of the joy in change. When you embrace impermanence, you stop fearing loss and start living more fully in the moment. This mindset helps you detach from what no longer serves you, while still cherishing the experiences that shape your journey. As the Stoics remind us, the only constant in life is change. By accepting this, you'll find a sense of peace and freedom that allows you to navigate life's ups and downs with grace. When you apply these principles, you'll find practical ways to loosen emotional attachments and restore your peace of mind. With resilience and clarity, you'll move forward, ready to embrace life on your own terms. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Until next time.